class is the continuation class of the same topic, learning, which is coming under the chapter cognitive process. So now I will start from domain of learning. Under domain of learning, there is cognitive domain of learning, cognitive domain of learning, and affective domain of learning. So there are three domains of learning: cognitive domain of learning, cognitive domain of learning, and affective domain of learning. Now I am coming to the factors influencing the learning. There is mainly three types of factors: learners related factor, teacher related factor, and content related factors. So first is learner related factor. Learners physical and mental health, the basic potential of the learner, the level of aspiration and achievement, motivation, goal of life, and readiness and willpower of the learner. According to those factors, the learner will learn the particular topic. Next, I am coming to the teacher related factor. So, first of all, the teacher should be mastery over the subject matter. So, the teacher should be mastery over the subject matter. Number 2, the art and skill of teaching of the teacher. Number 3, personality traits and behavior of the teacher. Next, level of adjustment and mental health of the teacher. And finally, the type of discipline and interaction maintained by the teacher. So these are the factors of the teacher on which the learning capability will be affected. Next is the content related factor. First is the nature of the content, how the nature is. According to that, the learning experience will be. Next is selection of the content or learning experience. And number 3, the organization of the content or learning experience. So these are three factors which influence the learning process. Next I am coming to the theory of learning. First I am coming to the trial and error method. Thorndike's experiment. It is called the Thorndike experiment, and I am describing in details. Thorndike, he used a 24 hours hungry cat. The cat was fully fed 24 hours back. He used a puzzle box which had a door that could be opened by a device by pressing a lever, the latch, or pulling a string. The box had ventilation. The hungry cat was put inside the box and a fish was placed outside. The cat tried to come out by random movements. These random movements and actions are called the exploratory movement. By chance, it happens to press the lever. The door opens. It comes out and eats the fish. The cat is starved again and put in the box, and the whole thing is repeated many times. The cat learns the method to open the door. Now, if it is put in the box, it can easily open the door. It is called the trial and error method. This is a chance learning or stimulus response learning also. This is also called the associative learning. Learning means establishing core bond between stimulus and response. This theory is also called connectionism theory. According to Thorndike, learning is mechanical process. We learn from mistake. The correct responses are rewarded and they are stamped in. Next, I am coming to the most famous Pavlov theory of classical conditioning. we all know about classical conditioning theory of Pavlov. Ivan Pavlov was a famous Russian psychologist. He lived from 1849 to 1936. He made many discoveries in the psychology field. Pavlov won the Nobel Prize in Psychology in the year 1904. So, what is classical conditioning? Classical conditioning is a learned reflex or response that you do when evoked by a stimulus. So, according to stimulus, the response occurs. Next, Pavlov performed experiments with dogs to collect the saliva. He noticed that the dogs would salivate when powdered meat was present. Pavlov associated the ringing of bell with the presence of powdered meat. He rang the bell every time the dogs were served food. Pavlov started ringing the bell and the dog would salivate without the powdered meat being present, thus a learned reflex. So we all know the Pavlov theory that in the same time the Pavlov gave some food and bell the ring. Okay, ring the bell. And when in certain time when Pavlov not given the meat but also rang the bell, that time the dog salivate. So this is the theory of classical conditioning in learning. So today, from the domain of learning up to the theory of classical conditioning, here the topic learning process is completing. So in my next class I will continue from the topic memory, which is also coming under the chapter cognitive process. Thank you.